American comic books are in a really bad place. This isn't new news to anybody on this channel. You guys are well informed on what's going on, I'm sure. Some of you might not. Some of you might be new. So I'm going to go over a couple of things, but this is nowhere near a deep dive in the current state of the cesspit that is modern comics and their sales. My favorite thing to always use is the top 20 adult graphic novels. This should really just be top 20 graphic novels. But they do a little PR on these charts to try to make it not look so bad. But this is sales data from bookstores and stuff like that. And when you take a look at it, you notice something. It's all manga. Except for one book. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, The Last Ronin hardcover. That is a number 2. But what else is on there? SpiderMan Fake Red's on there. I just noticed that. Did you know that that's made in Japan? That's a manga. Demon Slayer's on there. It's Chainsaw Man. It's all the big brands on there. One Piece right here at number 3. This is a standard monthly thing with this chart. Even the chart for comic shops has a lot of Japanese stuff on it now. It shows you the sad state that we're in with comic books. Marvel recently, they didn't put these numbers out, but one comic shop came out and said that they've lost 50% of their sales for the X-Men books. I mean, things are not in a good place for the comic book market. And there's people out there, things are just fine. They're not just fine. Things are really bad right now. That's why comic book shops are closing left and right. But some people want to keep their head in the sand on this. I don't know what Marvel and DC need to do. I mean, writing and drawing better books would definitely help. I'll tell you what's not going to help is rehashing old ideas. So they're going to bring back the Ultimate Universe. I don't know if you remember what this is, but man, when was the Ultimate stuff big? Early 2000s? It was led by Ultimate SpiderMan, who died and eventually was replaced with Miles Morales, who got moved to the main continuity. He's going to stay there, from what I understand. He's not coming back. Like, he's going to continue to share the name with Peter. I think if you're going to do this, like, he would be better in his own universe, but they want to keep them together. So they're going to launch with a new Ultimate Spider-Man. There's going to be a new one. And then they're going to bring back all of the other characters. So this is going to be a separate line of comics for Marvel. Now, you know, when the Ultimate Marvel Universe was a thing, you had some of the greatest comic book people making those books. That's why a lot of them are really good. Particularly like the Ultimates, that was great. Now, this is going to have Jonathan Hickman behind it. How much they actually let him run with this, I don't know. But he's going to be writing Ultimate Spider-Man, which could be good because he's a pretty good writer, but I wonder who's going to be in the suit. We don't even know if this is going to be a different version of Peter Parker. It probably won't be, to tell you the truth. But now we have yet another Spider-Man. The original Spider-Man has just been diluted. Like, what is he? Does he even matter anymore? Because they have like 30 Spider-Men running around just in his universe alone. So now there's going to be another Spider-Man character. We'll see how long this lasts. No one's going to read this shit. You're going to get good early sales because people are going to be curious, and then they're all going to tank off and run away. And this is going to be yet another failed project of Marvel. So here are the plans, apparently. So let me go over to this article because they break it down right at the start. So making a web swing for the fences in the hopes of enticing readers back to their books, Marvel has announced that they will officially be reviving the Ultimate Universe, and like before, its debut will be led by everyone's favorite wall crawler. The unexpected return of the 1610 was first revealed on September 20th, courtesy of Marvel's official Twitter account. Jonathan Hickman's Ultimate Invasion limited series spawns an entire new Ultimate Universe, complete with a new Ultimate Spider-Man by Hickman and Marco. The publisher unveiled to the public alongside a very simple teaser image, which featured just a spider-adorned U-shaped graphic, and the next Ultimate Spider-Man. Get more details next month at Marvel NYCC. So they're going to come out with a whole line. As you know, the Ultimate Universe was destroyed for the better because it got so bad. And they've been doing this mini-series where the Maker, who is from the Ultimate Universe, he's an evil version of Reed Richards, basically. He's basically Reed Richards as Dr. Doom, basically. But he's pretty interesting. One of Mark Millar's better Marvel creations. I really like the Maker. Mark Millar also was heavily involved in the Ultimate Universe. He wrote the X-Men books, which I liked. He had a really interesting, different kind of spin on it. But the Maker is the best thing to come out of the Ultimate Universe, and that's his creation. He's been a Marvel villain for a while. I don't know if he's going to stay over there or what, if they're going to bring him back. Who knows? But at this point, I care very little about Marvel. I just think this is funny. To me, this is like a desperate move. This stinks of desperation bringing this back. It's been going for a while, and it's not going to be the same Ultimate Universe. It's going to be completely different. And Jonathan Hickman's not going to stay on it very long. He was on X-Men for a minute, and then they took him off of it so that they could do their own thing, and look how well that worked out. That was a disaster once he left. And I would imagine that the Ultimate Universe is going to be a disaster. Now, what they want to use this as a jumping on point. Like, hey, you don't need to know shit to come read these books. That was the appeal to the Ultimate Comics themselves, but a lot of people just don't care. If you were ever going to do this, the time to have done it would have been when the Avengers movies were rock solid and tearing up box offices. Now you're doing this at the decline of the comic book genre. And when comics have never been lower, like in sales, no one's going to care about this. How will people even find out about it? Because you know that they're not going to promote it at all. So they're essentially trying to entice you, the person reading or watching this video, to come and read these comics. And I imagine a couple of you will, but I don't think all of you will. I think many people are just done with this shit. Because you know who's going to be writing these comics? All of the people that have been writing the dog shit Marvel comics that have been put out over the past 5 years. These have been some of the worst comic books ever created. And now those people are going to write these books. So that tells me these books are going to be woke as shit. They're going to be awful. It's going to be characters eating in restaurants and talking about how they don't like Trump. It's just not something that I care for. This is why manga is killing it. Manga has zero American politics in it because they're made in Japan. Anyway, that's pretty much it. Let me know what you guys think about all of this. I'd like to hear from you. Also, if you would, please like, subscribe, share the video. Make sure you're still subscribed. Hit that notification bell. Check out my Rumble and Locals, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace. Make sure to check out my Locals. There's a link in the description. It's a fun community that I'm trying to build over here. If you don't want to support me on YouTube, you can come over here. None of that money goes to YouTube. You also can just come over here for free. But if you are a supporter over here, I do plan on doing an extra live stream once a month and throwing links to the supporters so you can actually come on and have a supporter live stream with me. Also, it's a good place to catch all of my content. You don't have to worry about notifications like YouTube. They'll definitely work over here. So come check out my Locals.